Hello everyone, this is MMA Interesting Prospects podcast. Today our guest is Charalampos Grigoriu, the current Combat FC bantamweight champion. Hi Charalampos, how are you?
Hey, good. How are you? Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for taking this invitation. And you are scheduled right now to fight Kris Moutinho. So I believe that it's a really big test for you. So please tell me about what do you think about this opponent, and what if you win this fight, what do you think will be next for you?
Yes. First of all, I think it's a big test for him, not for me. uh, of course, it's a big fight because he used to be in UFC. Uh, I think I'm gonna win this fight. I think I'm gonna finish this fight, and I think after this fight, it's gonna be the UFC call. I think. Um, even before this fight, we are waiting for the UFC. So you never know. We'll see.
Yes, and I think that you definitely deserve it because you are on the three fight winning streak, 3 knockouts. And if
Yeah,
you will beat Kris Moutinho, who was a UFC veteran, it's like the UFC is the only option.
yeah. I mean, even now we already like talking with the UFC, my management. Um, but yes, I'm still ready. And after this fight, after after I finish this fight. I think they have no option after that.
Yes, and Kris Moutinho is also quite known fighter because of his Sean O'Malley fight.
Yeah,
So if you beat him like in the better way than him, it would be like a very good point.
yeah, especially if I finish him because O'Malley couldn't finish him. So, but I will, you know.
Yes, and you are a finisher, so it's really possible that you will do it. And please tell me about what is the difference between a 3 round fight and a 5 round fight, because
Yeah,
your last fight was 5 round and you finish your opponent in the last one.
yeah. 5 round, man, it's very hard. I mean, it's completely different than 3 rounds. I mean, it's 25 minutes fight, man, and you have to manage your cardio and your energy in every fight. You cannot go there like in the first round, go hard, second round, go hard. Because you have 3 more rounds. In a 3 round fight, you can go hard the first one, you can go hard the second one. Even if you're tired on the third one, you can handle it because it's only 3 rounds. But 5 rounds, you have to manage your energy and your cardio in every round, and especially at the end you have to push more because on the fifth round is the the last rounds are the most important, for the judges. So 5 round is very hard, and but we train very hard about this fight, and for the 5 round fights, even my last fight, I was training so hard I couldn't stop, man. I was training every day, every day, every day. Even my coach was like, "You have to take a break. You cannot go so hard like every day." Because I wanted it so much, and I think I showed it in the last fight. Even in the fifth round, I had energy. And I finished in the last round. I could go more than 5 rounds. Um, and I said to my coaches, in this fight, I have to be more ready, than the last one. So my goal is to go like 5 rounds and 5 rounds nonstop.
Yes, and it is a good experience for you because not every fighter have this experience going to the UFC, being a champion in good organization and having this experience of 5 rounds.
Yeah, yeah, it's very hard, and I think it's very good for me also before I sign with UFC, because you know the feeling of the 5 rounds.
And please tell me about your beginnings in the sport. What was the first combat sport that you train?
So I started karate when I was 6. I did the karate for 8 years. I got my black belt. I was like a Cyprus champion, Greece champion, 5th place in the European Championship. Then I decided to move to Muay Thai and kickboxing. Then I became kickboxing champion. And then I said, I'm gonna go to MMA because I wanted something with more action. And then I became MMA champion. So in every sport that I went, I was a champion. I think if I change sport now, I'm gonna be a champion again.
So now it's a like UFC title to to win.
Yeah. This is the goal now. Yeah.
And because of that, you are living in New York right now. Do you train in like Matsera gym?
Yeah, Matsera and Ray Longo.
And what is your experience about this gym? Because there are so many great fighters coming from there.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's very good like opportunity to improve my skills because I train with the best fighters in the world, you know. I train with champions, with like the number 1, number 2 in UFC. It's very hard, but trust me, I prefer to get beat up in training and win my fights. You know what I mean? I want them to kick my ass in training and then I'm ready in the fight. So that's a very good experience because I always say if you are the best athlete in your gym, you have to change gym. You know, because you cannot improve yourself. You have to go somewhere that there are better fighters than you.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
and for me, yeah, I'm very lucky that I train in those gym, man. I mean, imagine to train like to have like coach the Ray Longo and Matsera. I mean, it's crazy.
yes, and because Aljamain, Sterling, and Merab, this is like the best gym for bantamweight division. There is no
Yeah,
better
yeah,
place.
yeah. No better player, exactly.
And what do you think about Sterling against Cejudo fight? Because this is a few days away. So what do you think about this championship fight?
I think uh, actually he's gonna win. And I know it because I spar with him and I know how good he is, man. I mean, you know, he's very good wrestler, black belt jiu-jitsu, and his striking, it's very tricky. I mean, I spar with him and I'm a striker, and it's very hard for me to spar with him because he switch stances, he has reach, he use everything, man, and it's very hard to spar with him. And I think he's gonna keep the distance with Seguro. Uh, he's gonna do the same thing when he fought with uh, Petro Munoz and Rivera and Jimmy Rivera. He's gonna do the same thing. Keep the distance, hit, moving, hit, move. And I think this is his strategy. I think because even Seguro, I don't know if he tried to wrestle Aljamain. I mean, okay, try to wrestle Aljamain. All right, even if you take him down, then how you gonna finish him? Aljamain, he's like very good in jiu-jitsu, man. I mean, he can get you like submitted in every position. He's very good, and I think he's gonna win.
Yes, and I think that he, from some reason, he's like not many fans like him. I don't know why, because he's a great fighter. He has a great personality. So I'm not sure
Yeah.
some fans don't like him.
Trust
It's
me,
quite
every fight, they like him more because they know they are wrong. I mean, they believe that he doesn't deserve it, but every fight, he proves them wrong, you know, and they like them more and more. And you will see now when he's gonna beat Seguro, they're gonna like him more and more and more. I mean, you know, most of the people they talk, but they don't even know anything about martial arts, man. They sit on the couch and they just talk on Instagram or whatever. They don't know anything. Uh, So you will see, man. You can see the stats, you can see the records, you can see everything. And except Aljamain, my other teammate Matt Frevola, he's fighting on that card too. And it's gonna be a fun night.
Yes, it will be also be a great fight with Drew Dober. It will be like a very good stand-up fight.
Exactly. And this is what the fans want, you know.
And getting back to you, because you are right now fighting in the bantamweight division, do you think that maybe in I don't know, next few years you will go to the featherweight division, or you plan to stay in the bantamweight division for many years to come?
No, I'm gonna stay to bantamweight. I think the bantamweight is my division. If I move to featherweight, I have to gain more weight, and you know, when you gain more weight, you're getting slower, and I don't want that, you know. So I think I'm gonna stay in bantamweight.
And let's say that you will get a chance to fight in the UFC in this year. Do you have some opponent in mind that you would like to face as a first fight?
No, man, but you know, I would love to fight Chito Vera. I think we have similar style, like striking. It's gonna be a very nice fight. But I don't care, you know. I wanna sign with UFC, and I don't care who is my opponent. I'm gonna beat them all.
Yes, Marlon Vera fight would be super interesting because he's also the guy who can finish the opponent in every second of the fight.
Yeah, exactly.
And please tell me about living in Cyprus, because it's for MMA. It's not like the main country that you think about MMA. I believe that in the
Yeah,
UFC we have Kostas Philippou many years ago. He was like the
yeah,
main guy from there. So please
yeah,
tell me about living in Cyprus and how big MMA is there.
yeah. Look, Costas Philippou was in UFC. I met Costas Philippou here. First of all, Costas Philippou signed with UFC because he used to train in my gym now, okay? And second of all, he used to live in US. US is the big pie, man. You know, you train with the best fighters in the world. I mean, in Cyprus, that's the reason I left from Cyprus, because there is no future in Cyprus for MMA. All right. In Cyprus, we have very good kickboxing, very good Muay Thai, but MMA, no. And except that we need better facilities and everything. They don't pay so much attention in martial arts in Cyprus. And I'm talking about the government and all, you know, all these people. The coaches, they try so hard, you know, to build more. We have athletes, man. We have very good athletes, but they stop because they cannot do the next step. You know what I mean? Even for me, if I I will stay in Cyprus, I will stop doing the fighting. You know, that's why I decided to come to US. It was very hard at the beginning for me when I came here. Very hard. But I wanted to do my dream, man. You know, this is my dream, and I knew it. If I stay to Cyprus, I have to stop it. So you can see all the successful athletes from Cyprus, they left, right? They train in different countries, not Cyprus. And this is sad. And I always in all my interviews when I go to Cyprus, I say that I try to motivate people, the young athletes, and try to stay to build different facilities, to give money for this sport, you know, because now they focus on the soccer, and that's not good. I mean, uh, MMA now is the biggest sport in the world, man. MMA, crazy, bigger than boxing.
And how hard was to change your environment from Cyprus to New York, because it's like two different worlds, two different vibes?
Was very hard, man. I mean, very, very hard. I was lucky, because I had my wife. She was living here. She was studying. So when I came, I had a place to stay, all right? But it was very hard because I didn't have a car. I didn't have a gym close to my house or whatever. I had to walk in the rain, like for how long to go to the gym, and I was so wet every time I was going to the gym. And then I had extra pair of socks and clothes to change. And then when I was coming back, I was wet again. It was so bad, man. Trust. Uh, but I think the experience and the hard times that I had, it it makes me like more wise and to appreciate things. Uh, but now I feel it like home. I can't think to leave from New York, man. I feel it home. So, yes, now I have a new home.
And what do you think is your best weapon in your arsenal as far as MMA?
My beach weapon, I think it's first of all is my striking, but I think my power too, because I have power to knock somebody out. Yes, and that's why everybody who is try to fight me, they try to wrestle with me because they don't want to fight on the feet, with me. But even when they try to wrestle with me, I beat them in the wrestle too, in the wrestling too. So, but I mean, the striking is my best part.
Yes, and you have a lot of finishes. Not every bantamweight have like many knockouts, many finishes, like by
Yeah,
striking, but you have many, and and probably many more to come.
yeah, of course, 100%. This is my goal to entertain people.
And I know that you have a grappling fight on Fury FC. And do you plan
Yeah.
to have other this kind of matches?
I wish actually. I wish. I totally forgot about it. But I wish. Yeah, I like the experience. I did it once just to see how it is, the experience. Uh, and I liked it a lot. I think I'm gonna definitely do it.
And do you think that I don't know, in some point in your career, do you have do you wish to have a boxing fight, like pure boxing?
Uh, I don't know, to be honest. Uh, let's see. Probably. Why not? I'm open. I'm open for that. But we'll see first.
And because of that, you are focused on the UFC. If some chance to go to the Bellator or other big promotion, would you be interested, or you are only focused on the
No,
UFC?
no. I had the option to go to the other promotions, but I didn't because I came for the UFC. I want to sign with UFC. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So
yes.
this is my goal. This is my goal. If I cannot make that happen, the UFC, then yes. But my priority is the UFC.
And Contender Series, if two,
Yeah,
yes, okay. Okay,
yeah,
many great fighters are coming from there, so I think that it's also a good option.
yeah. Of course. And I mean, yes. I mean, even I told you even before the fight, we can have the call. So stay tuned.
And outside of MMA, what do you like to do in your free time?
Free time. Free time. I want to travel, man. I like to travel, and I like to spend some time with my wife, and go out. That's go out, but not go out clubs or whatever because I don't drink anyway. Go out like dinner or whatever. Uh, this is what I like. I mean, but most of it's travel. I want to travel every time. I want to travel.
So maybe as the UFC fighter, you have a chance to go to the either Brazil, Asia, or someplace in Europe.
Yeah. You know that I've been in Poland. I've been in Poland when I came with the karate for competition.
Okay, and
It was the European Championship there in Poland, and I got the 5th place.
okay, and what city? Do you remember or
No, I
no?
don't
Okay,
remember. I don't
okay,
remember.
and
But it was nice. I liked it.
yes, and I think that because of you had a 5th place, it's also like a good
Yeah,
memory.
yeah, exactly.
And because of that you are experienced martial artist, how do you deal with the stress before either back in the days before the competition or right now before the fights?
Yeah. Look, every time the stress is less, every fight the stress is less. But sometimes, I mean, first of all, the metal game is the most important. If you are not good in here, you are losing the fight because it happened with me before in a fight. I wasn't good here and I lost. Um, but uh, every fight I have the stress, yes, but I don't have the bad stress. It's good to have a little stress so you can handle the fight. Um, but I try to think like positive, and I think that I deserve that. And I think my goal, what's the goal, and what's the reason I came in US, and I don't want anybody to take it away from me. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking about that, and I'm going there. I'm like, I'm gonna finish him. I'm gonna finish him. I'm gonna finish him. This is what I do.
Yes, it's very good motivation since the
Yeah,
point that you were in to the point right now that you are like a bantamweight champion in a really big organization, really close to
yeah,
being signed to the UFC. It need to be a big motivation.
yeah. Of course, man. Of course, and especially in my last fight, I don't know if you saw my opponent was very like disrespectful. That makes me so angry, and I wanted to punish him so hard, man. That's why I'm like, I'm not gonna lose this fight. I'm gonna beat him, and this is what I did.
Yes, and it was a nice finish. It's quite rarely
Yeah,
to see the like leg kicks. Maybe Edson Barboza was the guy that
yeah,
really
y-
kicked to perfect.
yeah. And I did. It was the second time that I finished somebody with the leg kicks. I did it one more time in the first round.
Yes, and I think because I watched many of your fights, I think that it might be the best weapon, like in your
Yeah,
arsenal, because it's many fighters are have great kicks, but not many finishing the opponents this way.
yeah. And I think it's the thing that I used to do kickboxing and Muay Thai, and I know like how to throw a really good kick. I think that's why.
And do you think that there is a style that you right now would have a problem with fighting, like I don't know, maybe aggressive wrestler or maybe good kicker?
Mm. Look, I've I had different styles. I had wrestlers, I had southpaws, I had strikers, grapplers, I had everything. Uh, uh, I don't think I have any problem with them, but because as I said, I train with the best fighters in the world, and most of them are wrestlers and grapplers. All right, I already have the striking, and imagine if you train wrestling and grappling with them, you you are very um confident about your wrestling and grappling. But what I hate southpaws. I hate southpaws, man.
Yes, it's quite a different approach to the fight with this
Yeah,
kind of opponent.
yeah. And my opponent is a southpaw. Yeah.
So the like plan for you is Kris Moutinho, finish him, and go to the UFC a little bit in the summer or a little bit after this.
Yeah.
It would be like perfect.
Yeah, of course, and you know it's gonna be a UFC event in Boston, where is it's my fight. Uh, I would like to fight there, you know. But anyway, either way, I said it before. I said it before at the uh at the beginning of the year. I said it's a UFC year this year, so yeah, it's gonna happen.
And outside of MMA, do you have something that you would like to learn? Maybe after finishing your career.
Something to learn. Yeah, like tennis.
Yes, it's quite like good sport for
I know a
conditioning.
little bit. I know a little bit now, but I love it. It's nice.
So maybe after this career you will be like this 40 years old tennis player.
Yeah, yeah. If I'm healthy, yeah. Or I can do just golf. It's easier.
Yes, it's a little bit more standing.
Yeah.
So, Charalampos, many thanks for this conversation. I hope that you will finish your opponent quickly in June, and we'll see in the UFC. I don't know, maybe September, maybe in this time.
Yeah. Thank you so much, man. It was very nice interview. Thank you.
Okay, so thanks.